Hello everybody, welcome to the Ftog server. Toddy the Body here, and today we are finally doing it in this world, on this server. We are going to build an Endergenic generator setup here. Okay, so if you are more familiar with my beginnings, you know that this is the thing that I do. This is, um, and before, in other videos, I've always tried to make a small and efficient design to make it as compact as possible. This time we are going to try to add some aesthetics to it, so I want it to look like a big bundled up ball of mess right here. Like something where if you don't know what it is, you come by and you're like, wow, that looks dangerous. And then you keep on walking. Um, so I've got the pieces laying out here. I got my generators, ender monitors, the injector. We're going to be using the RF monitor with a we'll say an ability of the setup that Landstryder came up with, and I will link the video. I've linked it in another series, the On the Edge mod pack, where I used it, and we will link it here too because I'm using it again. It's a very smart way to regulate the ender pearls inside there. We've got our resonant energy cell. It holds it holds 80 RF. I'm sorry. Let's say it right. It holds 80 million RF. It has input and output of 32,000, so that's great. We have their energy node. It's got the transmitters. Right now I have I already tested it. I set it up and I just tore it down. I just wanted to make sure that it would work before we start video recording. Anyways, so I have 16 transmitters inside there. The way I understand it is that each one does 250 RF a tick. We'll send that much, and so 16 equals 4,000. Eventually we will put enough in there to equal the 32,000 RF a tick, and I think that's actually 128. Okay. Then we've got our controller. I've erased the program so we can redo it, and then we have our timer. It's probably already set to 30 ticks. Yep. And then inside here we just have some odds and ends, cables and stuff like that we're going to be using. So let's get started. First thing I want to do is I want to take this and this guy here, and we're going to have a starting point to set it up. And you can see that I slid. That's because I'm using packed ice here. So it's not as easy to get around on. You can't really tell because you're not pushing the buttons, but you know I'm sliding. Alright, so we're going to put this guy right here. Put that inside so we can transmit. Turn our jetpack on. I've got two fully powered jetpacks because last night I went through both of them trying to set this up. And it is difficult trying to hold shift and place because you know, if you usually with jetpacks, if you hold down shift and jump at the same time, then you stay still. Not with these, so you just go down. In fact, what, do you bounce off the ground? That's funny. Alright, I'm gonna need some, well, I'm using a pickaxe, so let's grab cobble instead of dirt. And Link is going the nuclear route. I think Non-Sanity is also, and I think Brink is. And we will have to at some point because we want the plutonium and all that to make some other stuff. Okay, so now before we run out of jet fuel, let's get started. So usually I would probably pick someplace in the air and then just have them all four like out like this. But in order to twist up the wires, we are going to have them sort of deviated, I guess. Now, how did I set this up before? I think I picked the four corners like this, and then we went up to about, right? Was that too close to the bottom? I think we went to about there, and then we. So what is that? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now that I've shown you all how to count, let's grab our generators, and they are going to stack. Why is that? Oh, they're all full at 2,000. Okay, so we're going to pick two corners here, and then the other two are going to be higher up, and I'm actually going to have 2 systems inside here, so 8 generators altogether. I'm going to show you the setup for one generator, and then I'll probably go off camera and set up the other one and then come back and let you see it. So let's see, let's go up 1, 2, 3, and I want them to be at 2 ticks. So it might be something like this. You know what, we're gonna go one more, and then we are going to see if this is 2 ticks. 2 ticks. All right. So that's where it's going to be. Now if I would have counted how high it is. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 more blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this one should be even with that guy. All right. So let's throw in our timers, and before I had them going this way, I was thinking about this time having them going this way, but maybe not. Let's just go with the setup that we know, like that, there and there, and that one right there. Okay, now the reason that I'm going to leave the cobble there for now, okay, we have to be able to tear this down, because I need something to stand on. If you we're gonna put the ender monitors there, but you see I walk right through them. These aren't, like, they're blocks, but they're not blocks. Like, you can fall right through them. You can't stand on them. Alright, so let's get these guys, and I didn't bother taking down the cobble on any of the rest. There we go. Okay, and one more. There we go. Alright, now let's put on our ender monitors. Now, I'm doing this tutorial with you guys, assuming that you already know the mechanics, because it gets old putting in, or talking about the mechanics of these things every single time I set one up. So we're just going to show the setup, and if you want to learn the mechanics, then I will post those videos down at the bottom also. So there's going to be a total of 3. 2 of mine, one with setups, one with mechanics, and then one with the Landstryder setup with the Pearl regulation system. That's not what he called it, but that's what it just said. Okay, so you want these things on Pearl arrived. Alright, so that one's on Pearl arrived, and it's already on it because of my test setup earlier. I think by default it's on Pearls fired. Alright, there we go. And then we want to make sure that these are all linked in a fashion like this, and that's 2 ticks. As we go, we want to make sure they all say 2 ticks. Alright, and we'll reach that one, and that one should be over here. Yep, you can see it's blue, so that means this is the next one. Alright, now we want to put on the Pearl injector. The Pearl injector is this guy right here, and we might as well, we'll put on the Pearl injector first. Number one guy, let's put him right here, and we have to jump and hit shift and place at the same time, so there. Just like that. Graceful. Then we will get the RF monitor. When I get it up here, I will show you what it does. Alright, so this is from RF Tools, and it's the RF monitor. The one that Landstryder used was from Ender.io. Well, this one has a similar block, and we're going to use it just because it's a whole lot cheaper. I mean, it does use the resin Ender frame, or Enderium frame, but yeah, besides that, like I said, it's a whole lot cheaper. Let's go ahead and sleep so that no creepers come by and blow up our machines, because these were super expensive. It takes 50 million RF to build, to craft the laser, the thing that makes one of these, and I've got 10 of them, plus 10 more for another setup, plus this one, so 21 altogether I had to make. Alright, so this block here, it checks in a 3x3 around it, so pretty much the immediate blocks around it, which will include this one here, it will check energy sources. So we'll highlight it, and then its default is off right here, and then you could slide this up and down. This means the level of power that's inside of the block that you are monitoring. we want it to be on less. So when power is less than whatever we set it here, then it will emit a redstone signal, and then that will come in later also. I had it on 50%. Why sell ourselves short? Let's do it on 75, right? Okay, so when it falls below 75, it's going to turn on. When it goes above 75, it's going to turn the system off, and then that's how we save ender pearls. It's really only going to be using them when while somebody's using a bunch of power, like maybe a quarry or something like that. And everybody's welcome to use this. This is public power. The transmitters are set to public and they're named public, so it's easy to remember. And we should get going before we run out of power in our jetpack. Okay, so I'm going to set the timer now. Just set a place for it. Maybe one up, just to keep it all kind of in the middle. Yeah, that looks good. So let's grab that. We'll throw it off into this direction, and then just like everything else, because you could fall right through that block, we're going to keep one underneath it just while we set it up, and then we'll tear it down later. Alright. And then while we're setting it, I want to set this to 1 tick, so it's not actually firing. Alright, so I think we're almost ready to place that guy. Yeah, I think we'll go ahead and do that. Alright, and we will get 2 of these. So in this pack we have immersive integration, and that's where these lines come from. And it's just like the power lines that are going through town, except for they use redstone signal. Well, not use, but transmit redstone signal. So it's going to make it a little cheaper for us because these need plastic. Yeah, RedNet needs plastic. Plastic, you have to have the rocket fuel and all that. I'm set up to make it, but it's a pain, and plus I want the wires going all over the place. We already talked about this, so stop asking. Alright, so let's go up here. We're going to pick a nice place in the middle, and this looks nice-ish. But we don't want the wires to connect straight up onto that, and that might be too high. So let's see how it goes right there. Yeah, I think what we're going to do is we're going to place one of these right there and move this down one. Just like that. Okay, so I had it differently earlier. Get that. And when I set this up, I put these on the side. And now I'm thinking that I didn't have these blocks here earlier to stand on, and I was able to set up all my cords, and now they might be in the way. So we will just take them down. There we go. And there, grab them all. And there we go. Yep, I think we got them all. Okay, so now let's start setting up our cables. And again, I am assuming that you guys already know the setup, or at least you will have the resources to look up the setup, because this is not the most efficient. I just want to say that because I don't want anybody coming back and saying, hey, you know, you could do it better if you do it like this, because I know that you can do it better. This is for fun. Okay. All right, we're going to put some relays there so we can connect more than one system to our energy cell. And I did not test more than one system yet, but we'll just assume that that's how it's going to work. All right, that. And then there we go. And see, I fell right through that thing. And like that. Okay. I didn't bring the wire with me, but that's fine. I think what I did before is I put these on top, and I won't be able to do it while I'm standing on it, so there. And then we'll get over to the other ones. And there. I think I just hit my caps lock key. Let's test. No. Right here, and we're missing one. That guy, Here we are. Just like that. I don't think we'll need any more relays. We know how the power cords are going to go. They're going to go straight up, grab a relay, and then over. So these generators are going to make around 2,000 RF a tick. The high or HV wire connectors, they will send 4,000. Well, 4,096 RF a tick. So these will collect 4,096 RF a tick, and I'm pretty sure that when we get our second system up, we can send 2 cables to this guy and then 1 cable over. I think that's how that works. I'm hoping. If not, we'll have to figure something else out, but that's what we'll do. So if 2 are connected to one of these and over, that should be 2,000 for each one, and then 4,000 here, so we should be good on our math. Okay. Now let's start hooking these guys up. So what you want for each generator is that you want a signal to go from the monitor to the generator that it's connected to so that it will fire the pearl. And then you want a signal going to the next, or from the next generator's ender monitor back to the previous monitor to put it into charging mode. Okay, so now that being said, let's start placing some of these on the sides, and we're gonna do on the inside sides for sure. I'm glad that we can reach that pretty easy. And then we'll put one here on each one, and I am using a ton of fuel. If we can just stand on the PRC, that would be great. Okay, right there, and then maybe we can reach. We can't reach that one, which means we probably can't reach this one either. Nope, we got it. So that means our PRC is not in the middle. You like that? Whoops. So let's remedy that. Okay. There we go. Break that. Got that guy, and then we'll come around here. Got him. Got her. Come on. Okay. PRC. And that. Okay, so that's in the middle now. And then now let's see if we can reach this one down here. Maybe we'll be a little closer. No? Still can't? Alright. And then the timer, we want one on each side. Right there. And right there. And I'll show you how to use these connectors. They're pretty cool. We will probably use them for other things like lighting, because you could turn on redstone lamp with them. Okay. And then each one of these generators needs a third connection. Well, a second one, I guess. I was counting that. So a second connector. And then we will have to do this thing again where we're holding shift. And then we'll try to hit this side. That's mostly on the inside-ish between the two. You know, this one side and that side. There we go. And I can just hit the ground for this one. And this is the one we started on. Now let's set the color. Wait. Let's get falling through that. Let's do, I was gonna do this on the bottom. Would that look cool? Let's do it on the bottom. And I think everything else is set. We just need to put our 2 cables back. Right here. And then over, gosh, not that. We want that. And then the same thing on the other side. Okay, now to set these redstone connectors, you need a hammer. And I've got the hammer here, one of these, there it is. We'll take that out because we don't need it anymore. We'll use a combination of the wrench and the hammer to set all the colors that we want. Okay, down, sleep. I hope this video isn't going on too long for you guys. I was thinking about doing like where I say, okay, I'm gonna set this thing, I'm gonna connect these, and then cut, and then go do it, and then come back. But it seems like we're just moving. Okay, so these can be set to, and you can see the tooltip, well, not the tooltip, but right in the middle it says channel, color, and then it has the mode, output, or input. So if it is sending out, then that, I take it that yeah, this will be sending a signal into the system, and then we want input to get it back in. The Ender monitor is set up to send a signal, so we want that to be output. Okay, these are going to be receiving. So we are going to right click on each one of those and turn them blue for in. Redstone signal in. Alright, the timer we want, okay, signal will be coming in on this and out on that one, so we'll keep that one orange. And now we have to fly. Okay. In on the monitor, in or not the monitor, the injector. Oh, we need to get one on that guy too. Right. Alright, that wasn't bad. And then in on, no, that's an out, because it needs to send a redstone signal. So we're going to do an out. And I think, nope, here we are. Let's get this blue. Blue, that one's blue. See the color? Yep, blue. Okay. So I believe that those are all set correctly. Now the one with the injector is going to be our first one. We'll just go with the colors that we always use. And that will be where we go orange on the first one. There we go. And then it's going to connect to orange. And then the next one is going to be magenta. Magenta. And then since we're down here, the input is going to be light blue on the timer. And the output is going to be green. Green. Alright. So then light blue on this guy. Light blue. Light blue. And the next one will be yellow. Yellow. And yellow. And then if we can reach, let's make this one pink. And if we can reach, this one will be the one after pink. Great. Alright. Now we want the signal, like I said before, the next generator will send the signal back to the previous one, so that means orange will be coming back this way. So I need this to be orange. There we go. How's our jetpack? Almost down. I need this one to be magenta. And you know, because you could look over there and it's magenta, which means if we look that way we see blue, so this one needs to be blue. And if we look that way we see yellow, so this one needs to be yellow. And those are all colored. Okay, I think we're good with our colors. Now let's start to set up our system. Alright, so let's think about what colors are on what side. We have two wires. I know it works because I've done it already. We want this to be a pink one. And we'll set it up as we go, and it's going to be an output just like that. And so let's, come on, there we go. Let's make it pink. And then just so it corresponds nicely, let's make this one pink also. So we know pink signal is going to pink. Alright. Now we need an orange signal. And maybe I should have made that one. Maybe I should make that one. No, we'll use this one on top. This will be orange. That's orange. And that's an out signal I will need. Okay. And we will want to, I just passed it. With the regular cables, you can hold shift to go back in color. Well, I'm holding shift to change the color, so it's not really a back in color. Alright, and if we can get low enough, we will hit this to make it orange. Well, we need one, but now I gotta snag that. Okay, and then we'll just use magenta over here. Gotta think about what I'm doing. Keep it straight in my head. Magenta, magenta, and it's an out, and that's an in. Okay. So colors that we still need are blue, yellow, green, and that's it. Blue, yellow, and green. Okay. So we are going to go, oh, we need the gray also. So we're going to go gray over here. Great. I keep wanting to shift, but you don't have to shift when you're doing that one. This will be gray, and it will be an input because it's come in this direction, not like the rest. Input, and that's not gray at all. That's gray. That's gray. Great. Gray is great. And make this gray. Awesome. So that's a yellow color. Make this one yellow. And it's out. And yellow. And yellow. And I was just telling you guys about how I can hold shift and go back. But if I hold shift, then I will descend. Oh, come on. Okay. So I have yellow color covered. I have orange covered. Orange, pink, magenta, gray. Did I do the blue? I didn't do the blue. I have yellow. I need green. I need green and blue. Okay. So this one will be blue. Land. Blue. Come inside here. Blue. And then I need a green. And since this is sending the signal out, I need this to be an in, just like the monitor up there. Alright, now I think we're ready to start cabling everything up, or coiling, or however you want to say it. Now this is where it gets messy, guys. This is where it gets super messy. Now you can see it's already a little confusing, so I hope you're following. Rewind if you need to. But yeah, here we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to wire each monitor to itself. Easily goes like that. Each one just like that. Okay, hop down here. Power. Oh, we are getting down there. And the yellow one also. Alright, now we want to wire each next generator up to the previous one. So I need this orange to come all the way around and hit this orange right here. And now that is going to be a feet. So let's see if I can get that to this yellow. If I can. No, it's obstructed. Let's see if I can get this to this. I can. Now, because of these different colors and channels, it's not like this is going to power this or anything. It's colored, so even though it's connected to other things, it's still going to keep track of what signal is going where. There we go. And that's how we're going to do that. So I have lots of this red coil to help us out. Okay, so that one's connected there. Now I need the magenta to be connected to the magenta signal, so we are going to go just like that, and then we're going to come up. I have a feeling that that's gonna screw up. No, because it'll only be when it's kickstarting. That's fine. Now will I be able to hit this? No. I just always want to check, just in case. It might be a shorter route that I can't see. Can I hit this? Yes. Now let's go over this way. Can I hit this guy? Nope. Alright, so that one to here. Alright, and then that one to here. Great. Now that's connected. Now I need that blue to be connected to this blue, so we'll hit that. Come down here. Doesn't work. Can I hit it? The magenta one? I can't. Let's do this again. We'll go there, and then this one will go there. Okay. All right, everybody still with me? I got the orange hooked up. I've got the magenta hooked up. Did I redo everything? No, I need. No, I got the blue. Okay, this guy. I need this one to go. Let's see if I can get here. No. Let's see if I can get. Can I get all the way around to here? I can. Oh, and then that's already connected. Nice. Okay. That'll work out. What's everybody saying? Cool, cool. And I believe, no, because we have to get these all connected. Please sleep. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we need green to green. That one's easy. Let's get the gray. Gray. And now we need to start connecting to our PRC. Actually, we need the blue signal to come over here and get this blue signal. So where is our blue? Alright, so let's think about this. We don't need to run a whole new line all the way over. We just need it to connect through somewhere. So if this is connected to here, and this can then be connected to this one right here. Look at everybody. We have an audience. Say hi to YouTube, just so they know. Alright, thanks. Alright, so we have our blue hooked up to our timer. Alright, now we need to make sure that we're getting these out and connected to our different generators. So let's just follow the cords. This is coming out there, so that's not going to work. This is coming out. Okay, it's hitting here and then here, so that one's working. Alright, now our blue signal coming out needs to hit our blue generator. And our blue generator is right above our head. I think I've run out of power. I can't ascend. There we go. Yep, I can't ascend. So let's get a new backpack. Right there. And we're off again. So we got our blue connected, we have our magenta connected. It looks so funny. Right? We do, right? Oh no, that's connected to orange. I don't know if we have our magenta actually connected. I know we just looked at it because this one's going to that one. That's not connected to anything. This one is connected to orange. Yeah, so good thing we double checked. Right there. Right? Yeah. Okay, so now we need our orange connected to here, which it is. Yes, it is, I believe. We'll test it, of course. We need our yellow connected to our yellow generator, and it doesn't look like it is, so we will attach that. Alright, and we checked orange, we checked yellow, we checked blue, we checked magenta. That should all be good then. Okay, I think we're ready to program this guy. So now we'll look. Now when you're looking at the open side, just like this, that's left, that's right, that's down, that's up, and then behind it, that direction is B for back. And I'll show you what I mean here. So the first one we're going to go with is that we want to turn on our system. We want to kickstart it and everything when we're getting a signal from both the timer and the RF monitor. Okay, so that's going to be an AND because you want one and the other, two inputs. So and I didn't look. The gray is coming from the right signal, and the green is coming from the right signal. So what we want is we want in out R for right, R, and we want it from the green and the gray. Awesome, so we're already started pretty good. Now we want to send that to variable 0. The variable numbers exist within the PRC. So we'll come back to variable 0. Now let's go to the next channel. Okay, so when variable 0 is activated, that means our system is activated. So we want to fan out. We want our signal to fan out to all the generators plus one more variable we're going to do for the injector. And we want our generators to get activated before the injector because we want to put them in charging mode before the injector actually fires a pearl. So now we have to see which colors are on which side. So on this side we have the blue, we have the yellow. Yellow and blue are on the right side. So let's go ahead and set those. Right side, yellow, blue, and then we can just assume that on the left side it's going to be the orange and the magenta, and that's the pearl injector, which we did not connect at all. There we go. Good thing you looked at that. I'm getting caught. Okay, so then left side, and I already forgot the colors. I can see it's orange and magenta. Okay. And I can see here that I'm not using orange and magenta. Whoop, there it was. And that's not magenta. There we go. Okay, so now you would think that this would be pink for the injector, but it's not. We're going to go with variable 1 because variable 0 is already used right here. Okay, so now let's go to our next channel. Now we want a delay. We want the injector to fire a little bit later. So let's pull up our variable 1 that we've assigned to our injector, and the constant in this case is going to be how many ticks later you want it to fire. I'm not sure what would be a great number. This is only going to be active. This whole PRC is only for when it kickstarts. After that, the generators regulate themselves. So if it's not terribly efficient, it doesn't matter. I just want it to kickstart. That's all. So we're going to do a tick of 2. Tick of 2. Sounds like a Pokemon or something. Okay, so the pink is on the left side. We're going to go left, we're going to go pink, and then that should be it. 3 whole channels. When I do my second setup, I think I'm just going to use the same colors and everything just to make it easier so I don't have to put another cable on the top and the bottom. And what will happen if you do that is that when the system kickstarts, like when this gets below that 75% marker, it will kickstart both systems. And they will go in a circle, and as long as one of them's working, then that blue signal is gonna get activated, and it will keep the timer from firing, which means that at least one of the systems will be going. So at the start, it will be 2 systems. Eventually, one will die out. I know I keep twirling but I keep visualizing pearls going around in circles, so I'll hold it still so you're not getting dizzy. It'll start out with 2 systems, and then 1 pearl will die out. And then it will go with 1 system, which is still a fair bit of power. It's 8,000 to 8,800 RF a tick with 1 system. With 2, it's double. Let's do math. 16,000 to 17,600, right? I don't know. That just doesn't sound right. It's got to be right. 17,600, 88 times 2. Okay, now I gotta know, because I'm just gonna sound stupid. You guys are gonna 88 times 2 is 176. Okay, now we know. Okay, and then when the second one fails, then if we are still below the 75% mark, then it will kick back on. So that's how we're gonna do it, just to save space, save wiring, save connectors, and yeah. So that's how we're going to do it. Now that we have that set, we're going to come back to our timer and we're going to set it on 30 ticks. That it'll count before it fires. And before I turn it on, I just want to show that these are in there because of the testing. And we are all 16s except for this one. And let's go up here so you can see what kind of power we have. It's being used. I think somebody's tapped in. No, earlier it was going down by almost 1,000 a second, which is still pretty close. So somebody's using it, which is okay. So we're at 41 million. So let's set our timer and it should start. Just like that. And then we should back up and then we'll start seeing particles as long as we did everything correctly. We may not have done everything correctly. It's not even... Alright. Don't tell me that the oranges and the blues, like input and output. You want to test this? Guys, let's test this. Let's grab this. Let's grab this. Put this down. Turn our jetpack off. There we go. One here. And then we need a block. One here. We got our block. Now we need the lever. Okay. Where'd it go? There it is. That was my dog. If you heard it. And we'll go from here to here. So that should not turn on the light. It doesn't. Now, the way that we were setting it up, input signal into the system. So this, I would assume, would turn on the light, and it does. So what are we missing? Why isn't it working? Oh, here we go. We need this to be an out. There. Now, please work. Let's get an empty hand. Okay, input into the system. We need these to be input into. I might have all of my things backwards. Yeah, because it's output out of the system. So if we switch these, then that's not going to work. No. Okay, let me get all of my colors switched and then I'll be right back. Okay, I took a look at it all. It was just an easy right click on each one. So anytime I want to send a signal, it's got to be a blue for into the system of signals, and orange for anything that wants to receive a signal, so out of the system. Orange is for out. Orange starts with O, out starts with the O. That's how you remember. Okay. And I think we are set. So I just set the timer up to a bunch of times so it wouldn't fire. And I hope this does it. Yep, there we go. And as long as we have the purple particles, we are good. We are good and golden. Okay. This is just going to keep on going. It's not going to stop because we don't have our power set up. You can see we're not gaining, we're losing. So let's see if we can, if I did the relays correctly, because before during my test I was just using, oh, I need more cable. Dang it. I know we can go straight up. Alright. See the 4 in my hand? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Presto! Was that bad? There we go. I just went and made some. Okay, so let's see if we can get this hooked up so we can start getting some power. Oh, I didn't even check to see how much power I'm making exactly. Oh wow, they're all already full. Okay, so this is doing 2,000. It should bump up to 2,200. It was pretty consistent, but oh, it just lost a pearl, so it needs to warm up again. But we need to empty some of this power out. So let's grab that, and this, and that, and this, and a little bit of that, and a little bit of this, and a little bit of that, a little bit of this, and then we gotta connect it to here. So that should be draining, and we're going to connect that one to there, and then we're going to connect this one to, no, just kidding, here, and this one to here, and then now it should be, oh wow, 2,800, there it is. Wow, I thought it was 22 before when somebody was looking at it with me. I think it was, no, it was Thorgal last night. It was 2,000 to 2,200, but now we've got 2,800. Let's do it. 2,880 times 4 is 11,520 RF a tick. So when we get 2 systems in here, we will be getting hopefully 23,040 RF per tick. Now we need to come up with ways to use it. Community power. Everybody can use it as they want. Anybody need help breeding animals? can use it as they want for personal use if they would like to. I know everybody wants to do their own for their own videos and everything, but you're still welcome if you need to. If you have community projects that you need power for, please use it. It's for the community. I take things out of the community as everybody should take from here also. So that's it. That's just one setup. We are going to put the other 4 generators, you know, right here and right here and right here, and then kind of where I'm standing, and then all the cables will start crisscrossing and it will look marvelous. But that's it right there. I know I said I would put it together and then show it to you at the end of the episode, but I think I will save the show and tell until next episode. So right now, this is it. Have we filled up our power? Look at that. We've almost gained 40 million RF from that. So yes, please, 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 anybody use the power. And this is down because the system is off now because we're above 75%. And how many powers did it use as we were wasting them? This is only because we were wasting them when we didn't have our connectors hooked up, but it's pretty efficient. You'll see. But yeah, everybody, let's get turned around here. There it is. We'll see you next time. Thanks for sticking around. Bye-bye.